A few years ago, 4 musicians from the Utah Symphony decided to branch out on their own and form a chamber ensemble for the purpose of playing music the symphony doesn't play. Some players have come and gone in the 5 years since the ensemble was founded, and the group has continued to gather a following. Our art specialist, Carol Makita, reports tonight that now the 4 original members are back together again and going strong.
5 years ago, these 4 musicians did a rather daring thing. They struck out on their own, so to speak, apart from the Utah Symphony, and formed a baroque chamber ensemble, subscription series and all. They've all come and gone from the group in that time, but now they're back together again and say it's working out better than ever.
Everybody in chamber music is a soloist, you know, and it gives everybody a chance to shine, which I think is very good. And the group has progressed very well, I think, since our initial concert in room 200 up at the university some years ago.
For 4 local guys to start a baroque chamber music subscription series in this town at that time was more than daring. It seemed almost suicidal. So yes, I am surprised and delighted at the response to baroque music in the region.
The music they play is baroque, written in the 17th century and played often for royalty in rather small chambers, hence the name chamber music. These days, baroque music is often enjoyed in intimate settings like this one at the University of Utah's Fine Arts Museum. But the group rehearses in an even more intimate setting, one of the players' living rooms. Some of their instruments aren't the familiar ones. For instance, Rick Nobis plays the harpsichord.
For someone to appreciate the sound of the harpsichord is to hear it once. It has a cosmic sound. I can't explain it. The sound of those plectra plucking that wire, it just reverberates into infinity almost. But of course the harpsichord was the forerunner of the modern day instruments, the pianos and the pianofortes of Beethoven's day. And many composers worked with the harpsichord that people don't usually associate with the harpsichord. Mozart, Haydn, Beethoven. So it's been around.
This is Pat Zwick on the viola da gamba.
When I was about, I don't know, 10 years old or 12, my father taught me how to play the recorder. And that was the first one I got into. And I got involved with the Wakefield Players and the Renaissance Consort for the Young Audience program. And at that time, I played guitar, and then I started playing the lute, and then the viola da gamba, and just became more aware of the historical instruments and fascinated with knowing how to play them.
And then we have Erich Graf on the flute. And John Thompson on the violin.
In the section, in the symphony, what you do is try to blend as much as possible with the other string players, and it's not as critical what you do each second that you're playing. In Baroque music, the textures are very clear, very widely spaced. If I play a note even slightly out of tune, everyone hears it.
And the chamber ensemble has developed quite a following. They play before sold-out audiences and are often asked to play for parties and gatherings. They say it's because people just like chamber music.
I have a feeling that the music is interpreted as very light. You know, we don't have works in Baroque music like Rachmaninoff's Isle of the Dead and things, and very heavy type works, you know. This is all very light, upbeat kind of music, and I think it very much appeals to audience, and they react very spontaneously toward it.
I think that there's a special chemistry as far as music making between the 4 of us. Maybe this isn't the most humble thing to say, but I think we're 4 of the finest musicians in the area. And particularly when we work together, something happens. Every now and then we click and we get really hot, and there's nothing more fun.
The Chamber Ensemble's next concert is February 21st in Ogden at the Church of the Good Shepherd. Now, we have some thoughts on this year's Cabbage Patch Dolls I think you may enjoy right after these messages.